here, the illustrious Noah Massage. Good morning, Noah.
Top of the morning, Chris. How are you?
Understand you had.
How are you
feeling
doing?
better, or hope the medicine.
Yeah, I
makes you
took
feel
some
better.
Tylenol. Yeah, it's not only my head; it's just like my body, like my shoulders, like those areas that
they
get a lot of
achy?
tension. Yeah,
Yes.
it's just like it's like sore. It's like
Sore.
very like it feels strained. Like I
Stressed, yeah.
like I did like pumped iron, Chris.
Like you
know
got
what I
hit
mean?
by a bus.
Well, it's more like I got like pumped iron, but this is what it feels like. My just like sore
Yeah.
and like really,
Yeah. Well,
And I didn't.
don't
I
know.
the
You
the,
didn't
the
do
weird
anything.
thing.
You were a good boy.
I wouldn't mind this feeling if I exercised, but I didn't even exercise, and I'm feeling this way. So that's my problem. It seems kind of concerning, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it is concerning.
Yeah, just
you haven't
like,
been bitten by a tick or anything, have you,
no, I haven't
recently?
been bit by a tick. No.
Oh, well, you're lucky.
Well, thank you. I cross my fingers every night.
All right. Well, you just rest there for a few
Yeah,
minutes because we do have a caller on the line. Let's see if it's Henry. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Well, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right.
All right.
Which is not much left, but anyway,
Well, that's all right.
it's nice to hear your voices.
Well, it's good to hear your voice, too.
Thank you. Everybody needs to have insurance. There was a guy that insured his bedclothes, and that gave him blanket coverage.
Okay.
So he didn't have to insure the house. He got blanket coverage.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Yeah, that might work. This lady called this guy Pilgrim because he was always making progress.
Ah, okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He bought some cattle, so I heard.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Somebody
right.
said the airplane was loaded and so was the pilot.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The other day I looked in the mirror and I realized that I look more like me than I do.
Oh, uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Now, that's food for thought if
That
you're
is
on
food.
a strict diet.
Okay.
Yeah, there was a greenhouse owner that tried to arrest a man for stealing shrubbery, but the stolen evidence had already been planted.
Oh.
And you cannot be convicted on evidence that was planted.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
All
Then
right.
there was the hog that had to spend time in the pen
Mm-hmm.
because one of his friends squealed on him.
Oh, dear.
That can happen.
Yes, that's terrible.
Yeah. When I was a boy, if somebody was dizzy, they would say, I got swimming in the head. I don't know if you ever heard that or not, but
Mm-hmm.
they always said, I got swimming in the head. And that is, the guy said his head was swimming, but his body was not,
Right.
which is kind of unusual.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like the frozen body didn't look so hot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was batter up, so the cook made pancakes.
Of course.
Yeah. Then he tried to forget that he'd thrown his boomerang away. He tried to forget it, but it kept coming back
Come
to
back
him.
to him. Okay.
Anyway, I don't know whether that's okay or not. Seems to me there was something else I was going to tell you, but I forgot. That reminds me of the best song I think that that Elvis Presley ever did. It was called "I Forgot to Remember to Forget You."
Oh,
I don't know
boy.
if you. That was a great
I
song.
forgot to remember to forget you. Uh-huh. That's a good play on
Yeah,
words.
But I never did play Elvis. except on the gospel album he did.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's another story, but my boss, John Wilson, ordered me to play Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
And he and I had a little run-in, and I told him, I said, you'll have to order somebody else to do it. And I got up and I went home. I did.
Wow.
And about an hour later, John called me, and he said, the vice president of the BMI was on the way to visit his wife's home at Clarksville,
Mm-hmm.
and he stopped by the station, and John told him about the situation, and that man told him, said, Henry's right. You got to stand for what you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
And so John called me and said, come on back to work.
Okay. Well.
Well, anyway, because I could see it was killing, Elvis was killing country,
Oh, really?
you know.
Uh-huh.
And I was at the barn dance in Richmond, the old Arena barn dance out backstage, and they had on that program, which the Old Dominion barn dance, Stu Workman was the head of it, and Elvis was on there. They paid him $50. That was early in his career. And he drove from Louisiana
What?
to Richmond to be on the
Mm-hmm.
Old Dominion barn dance for $50 because it was heard all into Canada, and that was on WRVA, which at that time was Clear Channel, 50,000 watts.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know why I got into telling all that, but nevertheless, one Sunday at church a few years ago, the Lord showed me that a lady was going to interrupt Penny Wilson, the pastor, while he was preaching. So I wrote a note about that and put the time on it that I wrote the note, 10:40.
Mm-hmm.
20 minutes to 11. I showed it to Penny, and I told him that she would testify against Satan as he was preaching. And I said, Lord, I don't know this lady, but if you show me who she is, I'll get up and tell her to be obedient. So Penny had been preaching about 10, 15 minutes. No sign of who this person was. And when I asked the Lord to show me who it was, a lady on the front row raised both hands in the air, and I was sitting at the back. And I stepped out in the aisle to go down and tell her, you know, to be faithful. And before I had taken 2 steps, she got up and headed for the pulpit. Well, after the service, she said she was Janice Barker from Virginia Beach, and she'd never done anything like that before. She got up and told how that some of the people in the church, in the class she went to, she felt the spirit of Satan attacking her.
Ooh.
So anyway, she said after the service, I hope I did the right thing. And I showed her the note and the time of 10:40, an hour before it happened. Not long after that, I heard she had cancer.
Oh.
And I prayed for her, and the Lord said, call her. So I did, left a message. I called her 6 or 8 times, in the next week, but no response whatsoever. And I told her on the machine that I was the guy that had showed her that message before it happened. And I said, the Lord wanted me to call you. Well, about a month went by and she never called. And then later on, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months, her pastor from Virginia Beach, he was a guest preacher at Heritage. So I wrote up about a dozen different healings God had done, and gave their names and phone numbers, and left the names of their doctors. So after the service, I gave the list to the guest preacher, and I asked him to give the notepad to Janice Barber. And I figured that would encourage her, that maybe I wasn't completely idiotic. So anyway, then I took that notepad up and gave it to that pastor filling in that day, substituting. That was the last thing I did. Then I started down the aisle to leave, and when I was about halfway down the aisle, the Holy Spirit said to me, "Now look." I turned around and I saw that preacher take the notepad, and he threw it across the room, and it slid up under the pews. And that little voice said to me, "Now you know." And I did. He wouldn't let Janice call because he told her I was some kind of a nut. And Janice died a couple of months later. But that made an influence on me, made a powerful influence.
I can imagine, yes.
Yeah, but anyway. And I'd love to talk to anybody if they'd like to call about a situation. I'd love to chat with you. If you have a testimony you'd like to share with me, I'd love to do that. And I'll give you the phone number, and it's 414-0096.
All right, Henry.
And so,
Okay.
all right.
All right. Take care.
Okay, I hope to talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Have a good day. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
All right. Bye-bye. Fading in and out there for a little while, but I was
Yeah.
going to ask him to call back, but it did get better.
Sure.
Anyway, so that was Henry. Lines now open again at 434-394-0924. It is your Thursday, June 19th.
And it's also Juneteenth.
Juneteenth, yes. Okay. Juneteenth. All right.
Yeah. That's all I was going to say. I didn't have anything else to add to that. It was just stating a fact. We were talking earlier, you were asking if the banks were open. It is a federal holiday today, so maybe, or probably not, though.
Okay.
If anybody
well,
in
it's
town,
okay.
yeah.
I'll find out
Sure.
one way or the other.
That's right.
Oh, me oh my.
yeah.
Going to Virginia Beach tomorrow.
Yes, for the VAB Awards.
For the
right?
VAB
That's exciting.
Awards.
Yeah.
The ceremony is Friday night. And usually when Francis and I would go, it was always so much fun, but we would leave on a Wednesday and go down because he had board meetings and stuff like that on Thursday morning. And then Thursday evening, they'd always have a little social. And then everybody would kind of scatter around and get their own dinner and everything. So, but we, enjoyed that, enjoyed the beach time as well, and seeing all the fine folks there
Sure.
in that organization. So look forward to, sort
Spending
of like a
some time there,
homecoming.
yeah. That'd be nice,
Yeah,
yeah.
it'll be good. It'll be good.
And I heard WFLO is up for 2 awards, maybe, potentially, nominated.
They're nominated.
That's pretty exciting.
It's pretty
for us.
exciting as well. Yep. And of course, it was a huge surprise when they presented an award, which will be an annual award for the Francis Community Service Award. Yeah. So that was great as well.
That was very good.
Yeah.
Very
Well, the theme, they usually have themes for the dinner, is a Western theme. So I thought, well, I don't know about that.
Get the spurs and, you know.
Yeah, so I thought about it. So I went shopping and I picked up a skirt, and when I brought it home, it matched my cowboy boots to a T.
Oh, wow.
So, and I also have a Possibles bag that I can use. You know what a Possibles bag is?
I've heard
The
of the
Indians
name.
used to have carry Possible bags, and so did
Okay.
the pioneers back then.
Okay,
With-
like a satchel?
It's a satchel type thing, but this one has some fur on it.
Okay, yeah.
And tassels and stuff. It's kind of cool.
That's cool. That's very cool.
So yeah, so I'll be ready to. I'm not going to take my lasso with me though.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think that's too much.
Yeah, yeah. It's a bit intense, but, you know.
Oh well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's 26 minutes after 8 o'clock, and this is the Call Flow Show, and your calls are welcome.
Mm-hmm.
How's your head? Feeling better?
You know,
how's your body?
my
Is it
body
good?
is, yes, the Advil is kicking in,
Well,
which is nice.
that's-
Tylenol,
That's
actually.
good. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
I was just feeling a little, like,
Ragged out?
sickish. Like, yeah, like, you know, like a day before you get sick, your body starts getting sore, and, like, that's really what it is. Plus, like, you know.
Do you have a sore throat? You don't have a sore
No,
throat?
I
do
don't
you?
have a sore throat,
Well, that's
luckily.
good.
But, like, the like, body aches
aches.
and, like,
Are you
sore.
Do you feel warm?
I felt like chilly this morning in my car, which was like probably not a great
Not
sign
a great sign either.
because like
anyway.
it's nice out. It's like warm. Like you shouldn't feel chilly, but
Oh,
anyways,
do you see this?
I know what you're
3
saying,
feet
Chris.
away. 3 feet
Okay,
away.
okay,
Yeah. Okay, let's go over some history here. 1953 is our featured event. The Rosenbergs were executed for espionage. After the failure of court appeals and of a worldwide campaign for mercy, husband and wife Julius and Ethel Rosenberg were put to death on this date in 1953, becoming the first American citizens to be executed for espionage.
Wow.
Yeah. 2016, the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by star LeBron James, defeated the Golden State Warriors in a thrilling Game 7 to claim the franchise's first NBA title.
Wow.
2013, American actor James Gandolfini, who was best known for his portrayal of mafia boss and family man Tony Soprano in the HBO drama series The Sopranos, died of a heart attack while vacationing in Rome. That was in 2013. That's hard to believe it's been that long ago. All right. 1963, Soviet cosmonaut Valentina Tereshkovka,
Wow.
the first woman to travel in space, returned to Earth in the spacecraft Vostok 6. 1961, Great Britain recognized Kuwait's independence. 1944, during World War II, the Japanese Combined Fleet and the U.S. fleet, the Fifth Fleet, engaged in a major air and sea battle, the Battle of the Philippine Sea, which ended the next day with a U.S. victory. 1934, the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, was organized in the United States. All right. 1910, I don't have any comment about that. 1910, the first Father's Day was celebrated in Spokane, Washington on this date. 1903, Lou Gehrig, the Iron Horse, one of the most durable players in American professional baseball and one of its greatest hitters, was born. And he would later become a victim of ALS. 1896, American socialite Wallace Warfield, who became the wife of Prince Edward, Duke of Windsor, that's Edward VIII, after the latter abdicated the British throne in order to marry her. That's the year that she was born. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. One more. This is interesting. 1867, the Emperor of Mexico, Maximilian, was executed by a firing squad.
Wow.
That should be an interesting topic to delve into.
Yeah.
Yes. All right, we've talked our way down to the bottom of the hour. So that means we've got our weather forecast coming up after today with a chance of some thunderstorms. Could be severe. We've got smooth sailing, but it's going to be hot.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you all about that because we do have a sponsor for our weather forecast. It's brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading, located at 2113 Cumberland Road in Farmville.
Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading has been helping in Central Virginia since 1960, providing all excavation, general contracting, and hauling needs. 5 miles north of Farmville, 2113 Cumberland Road, at the intersection of 45 and Range Tavern Road. Call 392-6010 or stop by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading.
Well, your WFLO forecast for Southside and Central Virginia for today, we're going to see some sunny skies. However, we'll have some increasing clouds this afternoon, bringing on a chance of those thunderstorms. That's a threat of storms at 60%. For tonight, we'll see thunderstorms at 60% also, then clearing off, a low around 65 degrees. Friday, it's going to be beautiful. A high of 87 degrees under sunny skies. Friday night, mostly clear with a low of 64. Saturday, lots of sunshine and hot with a high of 92 degrees. On Saturday night, we'll see mostly clear skies with a low of 69. For Sunday, sunny and even hotter. Look for a high around 97 degrees. Sunday night, mostly clear with a low of 72. And for Monday, even hotter. Look for a high of 98 degrees. And for Monday night, well, it doesn't say anything. So anyway, we'll just stay right there. So it's, it's going to be hot. So it'll be a good time to be at the beach. Our humidity is at 75%. Our barometer is now at 29.95 inches. We can expect about 35/100ths of an inch of rainfall for today. Our winds coming in from the southwest around 10 miles per hour. We did have a low around 72 degrees. We are currently sunny and 78 degrees outside. And I'm sure with the humidity, it feels a little bit warmer than that. Well, the weather forecast brought to you by Harold W. Collins Clearing and Grading. Give them a call at 434-392-6010. And let's see, it is 8:33. We've got our birthday calendar coming your way. Brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors, located at 1907 East 3rd Street in Farmville.
Creative Electrical Contractors specializes in commercial and industrial projects and offers quality work at competitive prices. CEC is a licensed Class A contractor in Virginia and North Carolina. Creative Electrical Contractors has been in business for 25 years, still committed to the values that were established when the company opened in 1998. Integrity, quality workmanship, and timely delivery. CEC, located at 1907 East 3rd Street, Farmville. You can contact CEC at 434-392-3802 or at creative-electrical.com.
All right, Noah, let's get to our birthdays for today.
Alrighty, Chris. So starting off the birthday list, by the way, I can't believe it's already the 19th of June. What happened to this month? Starting off, we have Amber Nicole Davis celebrating. We also have Donna Wilborn. Yvette Reed?
Yvette.
Yvette. Okay,
Yvette.
Yvette.
Right.
Yvette.
Yvette.
It's a good name. It's a good name.
It is a good name. What's her last name again? Reed?
Reed.
Okay.
Yeah. Pretty generic, standard. And then Eric Crutchfield celebrating a birthday as well.
All right.
So that's it.
That's it? Okay.
4 birthdays, 4 very cool birthdays. And I mean, I know there's more people celebrating out there. So,
sure.
Even if we didn't read your name, I hope you have the best possible day.
Absolutely. How do they get those names to
You
us?
can call in, Chris. They can ring that phone, 434-394-0924. They can also email us a less exciting way, but we still get them. And that's birthdays at WFLO.net, or you can go to the website, WFLO.net, and submit birthdays directly from our website. So a couple of different ways of doing that.
Okay. Thank you for that. And the birthday calendar brought to you by Creative Electrical Contractors. If it's not right, they'll make it right. Call 434-392-2802. All right. We have open lines again at 434-394-0924, the Call Flow Radio Show. Let's see if we have any pertinent celebrities celebrating on this June 19th. I think we do. I think we really do. So we'll get to those. Today's birthdays include Felicia Rashad, who is, these pop-ups drive me crazy, who is 77 today. And her fun fact is she was nominated 3 years straight of a Primetime Emmy for her guest appearance on This Is Us. Wonder whatever happened to This Is Us. I guess maybe they're still
still around.
Performing, maybe in syndication.
Maybe.
All right, we'll leave it with Ann Wilson, turned 75 today, the rocker.
Oh, nice.
Yep. Okay, let's see if we've got a caller. Good morning, you're on Call Flow Show.
Good morning. So if you're going to Virginia Beach tomorrow, who's going to be hosting Call Flow?
Well, hopefully it will be Noah, if he's well, and John Staten. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. They'll be hosting
People
the
love
show.
when the two of them are together.
Oh. Okay. All right. Yep. I know. They banter well together.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
Chris, did you hear that Noah got kicked out of a baseball game last weekend?
What? What?
I
No?
went to the
No.
Richmond Flying Squirrels game for
Oh, yes.
Father's Day, and I took my dad. And
Oh, well,
somebody
that was very sweet of you.
Yeah, somebody got kicked out in the front row of the game.
Oh dear.
And I was telling that story Monday, and John said that was Noah. They took him out.
Oh, poor Noah.
And my face is plastered all over that stadium.
He carries the weight of the world on his shoulders. Poor Noah. What was nice? Well, did the Flying Squirrels win?
No, that was very interesting. It ended in a tie,
Oh, it did. Okay.
and that never happens. It started raining, and it was the beginning of the 11th, and so they just called it.
Oh,
So the other
okay.
team had to fly back.
Uh-huh.
So it was 4-4.
4-4. Well, it's okay. Better in a tie than to totally lose it. You know.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. But they went into extra innings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they went into extra innings.
Okay.
They would have played the whole thing if it didn't start raining. If it wasn't a tie, they would have been able to play the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, maybe the rain was a good thing. It could have been there all night.
Yeah, maybe so. and then both John and the intern Sean were giving Noah a hard time because he said he called his dad for Father's Day instead of driving to visit him.
I did, and I'll stand by that decision, But
I mean, that's a personal choice. I mean,
Exactly,
you can
thank
call
you.
him if you want.
yeah. My reasoning was I think my dad sees enough of my face, and
Who could see enough of that face?
my father, Chris. And plus, phone calls can be good. Phone calls can be, it's not too much. A phone call can never be too much because you just hang up the phone if it gets too much. When you're in person, you're like, there's always that moment of being like, okay, I'm ready to leave now, but somebody's like talking to me and I gotta get my keys. I gotta jingle my keys in my hands to pretend like I'm ready to go, and then they're gonna take me outside and they're gonna be like talking to me some more. It's like a nightmare inside of it's terrible. I'm not saying this is how it is every time with, but I just don't like getting stuck at places, and plus, I feel like I can have a great conversation with my dad over the phone with anybody, So that's why I called. I do only live like 15 minutes away, so it is kind of, but like that was my decision. I stand by it. I think it's fine. I think it was reasonable.
Well, was it a pleasant conversation?
It was a very pleasant conversation.
Okay,
and
well,
also it
that's good.
rained
Was
as
your dad
well.
okay with you calling?
I haven't asked him, but I suspect that he's okay with it.
But
He
it
could have
was
said,
it was
Noah, come over here.
well, it was storming. It did storm. It stormed terribly.
Horrible
Yeah.
winds and
Yeah.
debris flying.
How did y'all do call flow during COVID? Did y'all like sit in front of your computers at home and go get on Zoom?
No, we
Do
were
it
at
that way?
we were at the radio station. We were
No
at the
winning.
station. Yes. And COVID went through the radio station just like that. I mean, one got it, the other one got it, everybody got it except for Henry, thank goodness. He didn't get it.
Wow.
He did not contract COVID. But yeah, and we didn't wear masks while we were in there together. It's just, it's hard to talk
True,
on
yeah.
the air when
with a mask.
plus that it's claustrophobic for me. I can't wear a mask
Now-
for very long.
John told me that he would, to host the Friday party, just to be funny, he'd come in there with a mask on.
Well, that's John. That's John. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, it was kind of like business as usual at the radio station. I mean, we were all, it was kind of like family. Of course, when anybody would come in that was not affiliated with the radio station or wasn't there, of course, we would put our masks on and stuff. But otherwise, it was just kind of like,
Yeah.
we're in our own bubble,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the way it was.
Is Farmville Spotlight happening today?
Not today. There's one more Thursday in this month, so we're gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yep. I have to.
But thanks for asking. It's-
When you just said there's one more Thursday in this month, I sort of went, "Oh, that's right." We're coming to we're over the halfway mark in June, so that's really something. You turn around twice, and it's going to be Christmas.
Yeah. We should do a special Christmas edition of Call Flow, Chris. I don't know how you feel about this.
We always do a special. We always
Okay.
do special Christmas music and stuff like
true.
that. But,
Oh, I mean, like come in and do it kind of like what we did for Thanksgiving.
on Christmas Day?
Well, I mean, I have nothing going on.
Wait a minute, it's my birthday.
Oh, that is right. Yeah, you have I know another guy whose birthday is on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
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 Lucky, It's twice as many
John
gifts.
come in and do it with you on Christmas.
John would come in probably.
John would probably not come in.
He wouldn't.
What
I
John
don't
are you
know.
guys referring to? Because like
John Staten.
the John I know would probably say no.
I don't know. Let's ask him.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Oh goodness. All
We
right.
were talking about the special Christmas Call Flow show.
Would
Maybe
you-
Have fun doing that.
exactly. There you go. All right.
I'm not sure exactly what day Christmas falls on this year.
Is
Is
it-
it like a Thursday or something?
Probably. Yeah.
Something like that. Anyway. But, we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, we have plenty of time to talk about it.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right. Okay. All right. Well, first caller, are you ready for all the heat coming up? Not first caller, Mr. Potato. That's right. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Are you ready
Oh,
for
I'm
the
ready.
heat?
Yep.
Good. Good. I'm glad. I live under the trees, but still, it's just like a jungle,
Yeah.
with all the humidity and stuff. It's steam, coming up, and the tree
Hopefully you'll have
frogs
air
are
conditioning
chirping.
there.
Do what?
Hopefully y'all have air conditioning there.
Oh yeah, yeah, we do. So that's not a problem. So, and thankfully, Farmville has the cooling station or the
They
shower
do, yeah.
for the kids and everything.
The water zone.
Yeah, water zone.
Yeah.
That's nice. For all the kids to get out there and play
It's
and,
really nice. Yeah.
and stay cool. Yeah. Adults too, I guess. they wanted to.
Sure, yeah.
Anybody's welcome.
After work, you could just
Oh yeah.
run through it, cool down a little bit.
Cool down a little
yeah.
bit. Yeah. Go home and have some lemonade,
Mm-hmm.
ice cold lemonade or iced tea, something like that. Ice water, probably the best for you.
Are y'all doing Call Flow on July 4th?
On July what? 4th?
Yeah.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
we will be. That's on a Friday, right? Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Looks like, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be exciting. Yeah. I'll be.
Yeah. It's just like always.
Mm-hmm.
The only time you really take off is Easter and what?
Crimbus probably as well, or no?
When there's you get a Monday off or
Oh,
whatever
sure,
it is.
sure,
Yeah,
sure.
something like that.
Yeah.
When it falls. But it's just like living on a dairy farm.
Yeah.
You're on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Last year y'all did the Thanksgiving show where y'all came in on Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all played that poem.
Yes. Grandma's gift.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always been a tradition. All right, do you have
What
any?
do y'all play if y'all were there on Christmas Day, just out of curiosity?
I used to work on Christmas Day. Yep.
Really?
In the morning, yeah. Francis and I would come in and do our thing on Christmas Day. Then we'd leave and do our Christmas thing. Yep.
Did y'all play Christmas music back then on Flow?
Oh yes. Definitely. Always. In
Has
fact,
that been a tradition for a while?
yeah. Ever since I've been there, ever since Francis was there, he was playing. In fact, back in 1994, that's basically when he wrote The Wooden Bell. The very first story that he published was he was playing Christmas music. I'm not sure, it wasn't Christmas Day, but it was when he was playing Christmas music, he would took a legal pad
Yeah.
and wrote the story in between songs.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
Do you still have the legal pad?
I'm not sure. I think I probably do. Somewhere. It's probably tucked somewhere away. That's been, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Francis loved Christmas music. He loved to play it.
I like some of it too,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Okay. All right. Well, we're probably got another call coming in, but I'm glad that you called.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And please call back tomorrow because it's going to be probably Noah
And John.
and John. Okay?
And then John will be doing his impression of Noah.
Oh, I don't know.
It could be John and Sean, depending on if
Yeah.
I'm sick or not. So,
Well, yeah.
anyways, it's gonna be a riot. You won't want to miss it. Trust me.
Oh,
Okay.
do you notice the way that Sean, when he does the weather, he stretches out the station ID?
Yes, we. Yes.
We're working on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of slowed down his weathers a little bit, so he's taking some of our advice and making himself a little more radio tuned in rather than theatrical tuned in. So that's a good thing. Anyway, he's doing okay.
I thought, wow. I was speechless.
Yeah.
What else did you think, caller? I'm sorry.
I was speechless.
Speechless. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, it'll certainly catch your attention.
Yeah.
Or wake you up.
Probably so. Yeah, absolutely. All right. We'll bid our adieu and talk to you tomorrow.
Okay,
Okay. Take care. Have a great day and stay cool.
I will.
All right. Mm-hmm. Bye-bye. Okay. That was our caller in.
Mr. Potato Man.
Mr. Potato Man, yes. All right. We do have another call.
Another caller coming in. All right, all right.
Good morning. You're on the Call Flow Show.
Good morning, Virginians.
All right. Good morning.
Oh yeah.
I've got an echo. I had an echo.
I had my I had my music box.
That's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. How are you?
You guys, I am. I'm fine, thank you. I'm catching up on some gardening.
Mm-hmm. Well,
yes, everything is.
your pound cake, your pound cake, and the blueberry topping was it was wonderful. My teeth were purple for a few hours
Oh,
from eating the blueberry. The topping, but it was delicious.
Incredibly rich
Good.
and flavorful. Yeah.
Yep. In fact, I didn't have anything to eat for the remainder of the day,
Wow.
except a
good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Yes, it was very good. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Yes.
All right.
So speaking of the food, do you guys watch Food Network?
No, unfortunately,
you
I
never-
don't. No.
Not at all. So you don't know any of the personalities.
No.
Oh. How about you, Noah?
I have seen Food Network. I'm a big fan of Guy Fieri, and all the classics.
So, did you catch that Anne Burrell died?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I think it happened yesterday.
Huh. Wow.
So, for whatever that's worth, I guess nothing if you guys don't know her.
She
Was
wasn't
it-
the barefoot one, was she? The barefoot
No,
chef or
she was
something?
the she was a little stocky and she had the blonde hair that stood up and different color socks.
And she was very young
I
too.
guess that was part of her. She was just like, I just go in the drawer and pick two socks. Doesn't matter. Which is probably a good thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Noah just showed me a picture of her. She reminds me of
Okay.
Pink, the way her hair is, the way Pink
Oh yeah.
used to do her hair. But anyway.
But no, do you have her up?
A little bit, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
Do you can you? Because I haven't heard how she died yet.
That's kind of what I was looking into right now. I don't see any other than a cardiac arrest was reported, but like nothing
Okay.
specific. Yeah, it looks
Oh, she had a heart attack.
heart attack. So I guess it's
Yeah. Okay.
the stress
How-
of the
how old
kitchen
was she?
will.
How old
She
was
was
she?
like only let me see.
Maybe early 50s, maybe.
Early 50s. I don't
50,
know.
55.
55. Okay. Yeah, that's heart attack alley for that particular age. It is.
Yeah.
You know, that between 55 and 62, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you get out of the valley, you should be
Get out of the
okay.
alley, you're okay.
Yeah.
So don't take out life insurance until you're 53.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh my. Well, that's a shame. What kind of food
Yeah,
did she?
yeah.
What was she into?
I
What
remember.
cuisine?
Yeah. Go ahead. First time caller, do you have any fond memories? I remember seeing her in like different shows. I want to say she probably appeared in several different cooking shows. Is that correct?
Yeah, she had her own, and then she was a sous chef on Iron Chef,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
and so I think she was kind of more Italian
Yep.
when you would watch her her cooking show. So yeah, and then there was just I guess they're all just trying to be mainstream,
Mm-hmm.
whatever they think people will watch. So but yeah, she was yeah, she did some judging on some of those shows, Chopped and there's other
Beat
guys.
Bobby Flay, like all the.
Yeah, she was a guest on that quite often.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay. Well,
Mm-hmm.
sorry to hear about that.
yeah, crazy thing is it happens to everybody.
Yeah, that's a certainty. Death and taxes.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
Uh.
So what's going on with you? Are you ready to stay cool? I mean, it's going to be like
No, I'm going to be.
97,
No.
98 degrees outside on Sunday and Monday, Tuesday.
Come out and sweat. I've been waiting 6 months for this. I'm gonna get it all.
Okay. All right. Yep.
Yes, sweat and sweat. Yeah,
Sweat and
heck
sweat.
Yeah. Heck
Well, I can
yeah.
cool off in my outdoor shower, so I'm gonna, be doing that.
That's gonna be chilly.
I have hot and cold water
Oh,
in my outdoor
okay.
shower, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
take a dip in the pond.
The pond it's a little raunchy right now. We're trying to clean it up. The carp that we put in there, the grass-eating carp that we put in there about 10 years ago, have gotten huge. But I think that they've gotten so huge and they're lazy and they don't want to
Do anything.
Don't want to eat grass anymore.
Yeah.
So we're kind of working out ways to where we can treat the pond. So we're not doing much swimming in there right now, but fishing, yes. Itchy's the only one who
Have you-
enjoys the pond.
And have you tried to catch them? It's got to be a blast to hook one.
What, a catfish or a carp?
The carp.
Oh no, I haven't tried to catch carp. Nah, no, it would drag me into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would not be a good thing. Have you ever fished? Do you like? Of course, you like to fish, don't you? Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
do you ever forget?
I don't eat them. I like to catch them. Yes.
Yeah, well, I like to eat them. It depends, but anyway, have you ever?
It depends on what grins.
Well, it just depends
Yeah,
on where you
sure.
catch them.
Where you catch 'em, sure.
If it's fresh water.
Yeah, but for the most part, you like to eat them.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. Hey, did you make the catfish, by the way, or that's
Oh,
coming
not
up this
yet.
week? Okay.
Not yet. Anyway, have you ever cast the rod out and half of the rod goes out in the water with the line in it? Have you ever done that? You
No,
put
ma'am.
you put the rod together, and there's a place
Yeah.
right there in the middle, and it comes loose and just goes right out there with the. That just makes me so mad when I have to do that. Thank
That's
goodness you can
funny.
reel it back in. But that happens to me all. It's very embarrassing, even when I'm there by myself.
bet.
Yeah, it is.
I bet you're looking around. Did anybody see
Yeah,
that?
did anybody see that?
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, well, it happens. Believe me. Or you know,
Yes.
if you've got a fish on the line too, and that happens, that's pretty bad too. If you've got a fish on there and that particular thing, it happens to you. I've done that when I've caught a brim one time. Brim are just wonderful to catch because they're such fighters. A bass is fun, but those the brim and they like to really to fight. Even though they're small, they still are fun to catch.
I bet. Mm-hmm. I bet you. It's like I don't want to go in. I want to stay out here.
Oh yeah,
They're fighting their.
yeah,
I want to stay out here.
yeah, absolutely. Anyway, so well, have you got any big plans for the weekend?
No, I don't think so. Just no. I think I'm going to go into my. I'm just about done with my baking phase. When summer hits, I go into ice cream making phase.
Ooh, yes.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I just have 3x5s and I keep on experimenting.
Well, that's good. So what's the
Yeah, right.
All right, we have time for what's your favorite ice cream to make? What's your favorite flavor?
Oh gosh, I ran across a key lime pie.
Ooh.
That was fun.
Oh, I bet.
Sounds interesting.
Yes, it does. Did it taste like a key lime pie?
Oh, very much so.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's good. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like pistachio and butter pecan and stuff like that. Anyway,
Delicious.
Yeah.
delicious. All right, we
So
got
Do
to
you guys buy the? Okay, go ahead.
go ahead.
All right.
No, you go ahead.
Do you guys buy the good stuff
What?
when you go and
Briars?
shop?
Like-
Oh,
I don't
No.
know. Yeah, no, I just buy.
like some people get Ben and Jerry's or
Oh,
Great value?
or that kind of.
Is that the good stuff?
Oh, you just want milk in a cup.
yeah, milk in a cup with a little bit of sugar in it. Yeah, that's all.
There you go.
All right, we got to
right.
go. Take
All right.
care.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you. All right.
Okay, we enjoyed it. Take care. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Okay. We got to get on out of here. The sun is shining, Moa.
We gotta
Noah.
go. We gotta run.
Now, you look like you need to go take a nap.
I don't need to take a nap, Chris. I actually don't. I'm good.
Are you good?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm just feeling, like I said, a little chilly
Little ragged
and a
out.
little.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, I hope you feel better.
Well, thank you, Chris. I
All right.
appreciate
Take
that.
care.
You
Okay.
too. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.